Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Rebel Rewind. My name's Christopher. That's Eric over here with me as always.
Howdy.
Eric, how you doing today?
Doing great, Chris. Having a pretty decent week so far. It's kind of quiet. That's how I love my weeks, man. Kind of quiet at work.
Yeah.
How's your day?
Good. It was a good day today. Nice and easy today. We had the Skeleton Crew trailer that dropped last week. How excited are you for that show now?
Super excited. I love the way they even the music, man. It was like the alien music. I'm not sure if it was Huttese or what.
Yeah,
but
it's apparently it's Huttese, but it's a Huttese version of Major Tom, right?
Yes, dude, that was so cool.
Yeah,
it gives you that feeling, that 80s vibe.
That 80s vibe.
Love it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've rewatched that trailer over and over again. It's excited for the show.
Super psyched, man.
Yeah. Let's jump into the chat here. We got Patrick who popped in here earlier this afternoon. He said, "Wish I could be with you fellas for tonight's stream, but I have a Masonic meeting to attend. Hope you guys have a fun time speculating about Skeleton Crew and the possibility of seeing Hondo."
Thank you, Patrick.
Eric, you replied to him back in the chat there. Thanks, Patrick. We appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, absolutely. Then the thumbnail, yeah, that was. I had some fun making that thumbnail.
Very cool.
Adding in some speculation stuff that we're going to go over in some of the articles. Which, if you guys do want to check out the articles, check it out in the description below. All the links will be down there for you guys to see the full articles. But without further ado, let's jump into the first article today, which is the official trailer for Star Wars Skeleton Crew got released. This was on November 1st. This article was posted on Bespin Bulletin. So it said today, and Lucasfilm and Disney have debuted the official trailer for and the new poster for the next live action Star Wars series Skeleton Crew ahead of its premiere on December 3rd. Along with the Skeleton Crew's swanky new trailer and poster, Disney confirmed that the series will debut on Disney Plus with 2 episodes on December 3rd. This means the series should finish airing on the 14th of January if there's not another double episode week. We won't look at the trailer. I did a trailer reaction video. You guys can check that out on my channel if you want. Eric, I don't know, did you do a reaction on your video or on your channel?
No, I didn't.
But here's the poster. I don't know if it's going to let me make it large. Yeah, it's already pretty large. Yeah. So I like how they kind of took the head of the droid SM-33 and made just kind of added things in around it, so you can kind of see the head skeleton of SM-33, there, and then you got the kids front and center with SM-33 there, that owl character, which we're getting a Funko Pop of that character, so that must be a pretty important character. Hopefully, it doesn't end up being another Basil.
I wonder if that's the one that Patrick just ordered. He said he's supposed to be
possibly. And then you got Fern's mom there. You got that Brutus character, that wolf pirate. And then you got Jude Law's character, which I've been seeing some stuff about Jude Law's character, some speculation because of his positioning in the poster, how he's in the back, front and center, and that's usually where they place all the villains of the movies, right? So
tell me the mom's a villain too.
Yeah, who knows, right? But that's a killer poster. I love that poster. And same with the trailer. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, definitely go watch the trailer because we're going to be talking about Skeleton Crew this evening because we got quite a few articles about the Skeleton Crew. But yeah, no, I thought the trailer was amazing. What did you think about it? You thought it was really good?
Yeah, very good, man. Well done. I think it's going to bring people in, especially kids and stuff like that. That's what it basically aimed for, Star Wars fans, but bringing the kids in also to watch something like this.
Yeah, and they're saying the same thing about this series where if you haven't seen any other Star Wars shows, like you can watch the series and it'll make sense. You don't have to have seen a previous Star Wars content to watch this show. Like it'll all make sense to you by itself. But of course, if you've seen everything else, like if you've seen episodes 1 through 6, you've seen The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, all that stuff, it'll add to this. It'll enhance this for you. But you don't need to have seen Star Wars to watch this show. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited. 2 episodes on December 3rd. We're like less than a month away here. So really exciting.
Yeah, can't wait. Super excited.
I can't wait. Yeah, and definitely go check out the trailer. Like I said, I did a reaction video on my channel, so if you guys want to check that out, head over and check that out as well. But yeah, lots of Skeleton Crew news this week.
I gotta say it. Neil is adorable.
Neil is adorable, right?
Yeah, you see the trailer when he's like puts his ear up to here.
Yeah. Cool. and then where they get him to where Jude Law's character gets him to fly the ship.
Yes.
And Wim is like, Neil? Like, why Neil?
Yeah, no, right? I mean, I love it. I mean, the kids aspect of it, the kids' point of view, it's going to be fresh for Star Wars, and hopefully we can all just enjoy this and not have much to gripe about. But yeah, can't wait.
I think so. I can't wait either.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. So we're going to go to my first story of this evening. So Skeleton Crew just accidentally revealed a huge Sith connection. A new promo image suggests that the series will be just as tied up in the dark side. The latest issue of Empire magazine contained new images from Skeleton Crew, including one of Jordan on the Wood, as he appears to translate a language written on the wall. It's not just any language, however, but Ur-Katat. The runic text of the set. Ur-Katat has appeared in Star Wars before, but appears in Skeleton Crew is especially interesting. It looks like John on the Wood, who's only been described as a Force user, can understand it, which means that he's either involved with the Sith somehow or just really into the defunct languages with sinister connections. So my question is, does he have a Sith past? It's all about speculation, and we can see can his dark past possibly come back to haunt him? So we can only speculate this, but it looks like Skeleton Crew just won't be a standalone story we first thought it could possibly be. So Skeleton Crew just set up a perfect way to. Oh, that's my story for the next one. But anyway, if you see here, we have that same text on the Ahsoka series on some of the runic scenes.
Yeah, on Peridia.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's it could mean that he's actually translating and can read it. So if that's the case, would that mean that he has a Sith past?
Yeah, lots of speculation for the show, which is exciting because I love all that. I love seeing people's theories and speculation, and I've kind of done some speculating on my own as well, like of my own for this series as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool that we're getting more of this text, like you said, we got it in the Ahsoka series on Peridia, and I think they had it in Jedi Fallen Order as well.
Yeah.
So which you started playing, right? So.
I just started recently playing, so it's very difficult. I mean, there are some scenes where with some locations that I'm like, okay, what do I got to do? But thanks to some online gamers, got some cool people that was showing me some love and saying, hey, you need to do this and do that, and so that's a big help for me. For somebody to know what the heck I'm doing.
Right. So yeah, no, that's pretty cool that we're getting this. I like that some of these newer shows are connecting all this stuff, right? Like there's other connections that we're going to talk about with some of the other articles that we're going to discuss here shortly as well. Yeah, I think it's cool. Like, could he have been trained or learned, like found some sort of Sith book of the Sith or something, right? And that's how he knows how to translate this stuff. Yeah. Who knows, right? Yeah,
so
speculate.
wanted to give shout out to T-Man. So T-Man, thanks a lot, bro, for helping me out, and Ricky also giving me some pointers on the game. So
yeah, nice. Yep. Now, question for you, Eric. Do you think Jod Norwood is going to be a good guy, or do you think he's going to end up being like a bad guy?
Man, I think he's got some. Because I think we actually kind of went over maybe 3 weeks ago that's possibly not even his real name.
Yeah.
So he's using aliases. So I'm thinking that maybe he's got a lot to hide. And
yeah.
Maybe he's just presenting himself as a good guy. You know, like the clean cut Jedi or Sith. Or Force user. But I think in reality he's probably not a good guy at all.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. Like, because even watching this newest trailer, like you see him, like they're trying to make us want to think that he's helping the kids, but they cut it together like a few different scenes together to make it look like he's helping the kids escape from the bartender who they owe money to. But it's a bunch of different scenes already. Like it's at least 3 or 4 different scenes that they cut together to make us think that. So,
and I actually caught something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I actually caught something on my next story that could probably, they may have not thought about this when actually with Jude Law actually saying this. So
yeah,
we'll get to it.
Yeah,
he may have not wanted to say that, but yeah. So, anyways, I think he's just kind of like a character that's like pretending to be a good guy and actually not.
Yeah, I think so too.
Clean cut for me. I think he's just too clean cut.
Yeah. So next article we have has to do with some future Star Wars content possibly being shown at D23 in Brazil. So this was posted November 2nd, so just a few days ago. Actually, just on Saturday, I guess that was. So footage for Star Wars Andor Season 2 and The Mandalorian and Grogu rumored to be shown at D23 Brazil. So Disney D23 Brazil event is due to take place next weekend, running from the 8th of November until the 10th, I think it says. Until the truth, it says. I think that's a typo there. Disney is expected to share updates on various films and TV series across their plethora of studios, including Star Wars and Marvel Studios. But before, okay, let's keep going. That's thanking their Patreons on here. But the article goes on and says it's likely that the focus of Lucasfilm during this event will be Skeleton Crew, the next live-action Star Wars Disney series, which is slated to debut on the streaming service on December 3rd with 2 episodes. And it says yesterday a trailer was released for the series, and then however, Lucasfilm will likely offer updates on some of their other projects, and according to Cryptic 4K on X, a user that's been very reliable when it comes to the runtimes and release dates and trailers, Lucasfilm is set to debut footage at the event for the next theatrical film, The Mandalorian and Grogu, along with their only live-action series of next year, Andor Season 2. So this doesn't come as much of a surprise, as Lucasfilm has been showing off footage for Andor Season 2 since at these sort of events since April last year. So people have seen some of the footage at some of these events that you only get invitations to, like D23 and stuff like that, celebration. So yeah, during the last celebration, which took place in London in April last year, they debuted a tease for Andor's second season, and I think it was D23 that they showed the Mandalorian and Grogu footage as well. So yeah, it should be exciting to see if I don't know if we'll get any official trailer or anything like that for this stuff yet. But I'm sure somebody's going to leak it online, which will be kind of cool. And I don't know about you, I kind of like seeing that stuff. I'm going to watch it if somebody leaks it for sure. But what are your thoughts on all this? Are you gonna watch any leaked footage if somebody leaks the footage online? Are you excited to eventually see the stuff that they're going to see at D23?
most definitely. I'm definitely gonna catch it. Like if they drop any sneak peeks or whatever, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna definitely catch those. Also, when they clean it up and it looks all great and they're ready to present it, I'll watch those too. But I enjoy the fact that you get, and actually when you do that, you actually get the people's perspective of it, like the audiences and stuff like that. So that kind of feeds into the emotions of it all. So when you watch these trailers, like when they behind the scenes guerrilla footage of drops of teasers and stuff like that, I kind of enjoy the fact that we get the audiences direct feedback from what they're watching. So it's great. I can't wait to get some video clips from there if that's the case.
Yeah, or even some images to talk about and discuss, right? So that'd be cool.
Yeah, most definitely.
Exciting times.
Yeah, exactly, man. I was like Skeleton Crew, Andor season 2, back-to-back hitters, man. For me, I can't wait to watch those.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm. So, on to my following story here. I think maybe okay. So Skeleton Crew has a way to bring back favorite Clone Wars character with the kids of the Skeleton going up against gun-toting space pirates. There are now hopes that the most infamous pirate of all Star Wars can finally make his debut. There are swirling theories that Hondo Ohnaka could be the big bad of the show, and or even help the cast of the young cast out of a bind. Although his whereabouts after Rebels are largely unknown, Hondo is featured in the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run attraction at Galaxy's Edge theme parks, with Hondo leading riders in a mission to steal cargo from the First Order. So we know he's still alive during the period of the Skeleton Crew, which takes where the Skeleton Crew takes place. The animatronic theme park Hondo has also given us a potential look how he can transfer into live action. It feels like Disney is putting more focus on Hondo Ohnaka for those who may not know him, and so with him potentially making his live action debut in Skeleton Crew, that'd be huge. And as for Jim Cummings, the actor who did the voice, reprising his role, they asked him in 2022 Collector Mania, and he said yes, and they haven't talked to him about it yet. So for potentially getting Hondo Ohnaka, dude, that's huge, man. I can't love to see him in live action. I mean, those who were able to go see his animatronics, cool. That's awesome. I haven't been to the parks yet, so be kind of cool to see him on big screen though.
Sure. Yeah. I'm excited, and I think he's going to show up. So I actually did a theory video about this, and I actually I hadn't noticed some of the stuff in the trailer until I watched Mike from A Guy Who Loves Star Wars, his YouTube channel, and he made some mentions of some stuff, and then I did my own video, but it just seems like there's too many things that are coincidental about popping up in this trailer. So the skull at the end of the trailer, it's shaped like the Weequay's head, like Hondo Ohnaka's species head, with the spikes on the chin and stuff like that. There's that. Apparently, Hondo Ohnaka's ship shows up in the trailer too, which is crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's that.
See, I missed that.
Yeah, I know. I missed it too. And then it is there. It's the same ship that he has on for the Disney park, the Galaxy's Edge thing. That it's his ship from that. So it's possible it's not his ship at the time, but who's to say it's not? It could be him flying that ship. So his ship's in it, and then like we've both been saying, when you think of a Star Wars pirate, Hondo Ohnaka is the one you think of.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So it just seems like there's too many coincidences right now showing up in the trailer, and the show's about pirates. Why wouldn't you bring Hondo Ohnaka into it? So
we
I'm on the page where with where I think that he's going to show up.
So let's make a speculation. What do you think? You think he's going to be the good guy, or just causing more problems for the kids?
Yeah, the article mentioned that he could be the bad guy. But when we saw him in Rebels, he was helping the Rebel Alliance, right? So I think this is just speculation too. This is my speculation. I think Jude Law's character is going to turn out to be the bad guy in this. He's helping the kids, but he's doing it as a partnership, so he gets something out of it. Obviously, he wants to find this treasure or whatever, right? So I think he's going to end up being the villain in this show, or maybe not the main villain, but like he's going to be the bad guy, and I think Hondo Ohnaka is going to show up, and maybe he assists the kids and helps them out of their predicament.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Dude, that's where I was going to kind of go.
That's where you're going to go? Yeah. Yeah. That's what I think. I don't think this Jod Norwood can be trusted.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks too clean cut, man. I'm like, when you're too clean cut of a guy like that, it kind of leads to the fact that you're probably not as crystal clear as you're trying to present yourself. So I think he's probably going to be the bad guy on the show, and possibly Hondo Ohnaka comes and saves the kids and take them back to the original planet. Or I like where you're going with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with. So you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. That's what Eric and I are going with. We think Hondo's going to be the hero of the series and help the kids out, and Jod is going to be the bad guy if his name is even Jod, right? Like we mentioned in an article a few weeks ago now, like he's using different aliases, so that's already pretty sketchy.
And they keep saying that he's a character that that's a different type of Jedi. Or a different type of Force user.
I noticed in your in the last article, I had that in quotes, the Force user bit, like it's Force user. So like maybe he's probably not even a Force user, right? He's not a Jedi or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I just think like you think, man, he's just too clean cut, and I just don't think he can be somebody to trust.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be trusted. I think he's going to be the bad guy, and Hondo's going to help rescue the kids. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. But let us know what you think if you're in the chat. Let us know what you think if you're watching on the replay. Let us know what you think about that. Do you think Jod's going to be the bad guy or the good guy, and if Hondo shows up, which I think he's going to show up, I think he has to. It's perfect. Yep. They're setting things up. Do you think Hondo's going to be the good guy or bad guy as well? Because obviously there's some bad pirates that are chasing them as well. Not saying that Jod is part of that crew, but I think he's separate. But I think he's still going to end up being a bad guy. Using the kids for his own advantage, right? So, but jumping into the next story here, shifting away from Skeleton Crew for a moment, just because we did have a Star Wars artist, Greg Hildebrandt. Star Wars poster artist, dies at 85 years old. So American artist Greg Hildebrandt, who created one of the first posters for the original Star Wars, has passed away at age 85. Sorry, and this was on just this past weekend. This happened. So Greg Hildebrandt Jr. told Hollywood Reporter the sad news, revealing that his father had been struggling with his medication treating his heart condition for the past 5 months, with side effects of the medication taking his life. Hildebrandt's body of work included calendars for The Lord of the Rings and Dungeons and Dragons, the poster for 1981's Clash of the Titans, comic book covers for DC Comics, trading cards for Marvel Comics, and album covers for musical artists like Black Sabbath and the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, the latter of which will soon publish his last created artwork as part of their upcoming tour. And then he also frequently worked alongside his twin brother Tim, earning them the creative monikers of the brothers Hildebrandt. Tim unfortunately passed away back in 2006 due to complications with diabetes. The brothers created the first draft of the Style B poster first Star Wars, which is pictured above here. So that's the this classic one here with the Luke Skywalker on steroids holding the lightsaber up, and Leia, and like everyone knows that one, right? So they've made that poster, which is very cool. So some sad news in the Star Wars family. So
yeah,
it's unfortunate that we lost a very talented artist, but he is now one with the Force. So yeah,
that poster is just beautiful, and the artwork is just beautiful.
Right?
I mean,
yeah,
that style, we don't get that style anymore on some like newer artists and stuff like that. That's very classical, just stunning artwork. The styling artwork. Of it. Yeah, but it's just unfortunate. It's what happens.
Yeah,
pass
right.
Away. But
yeah,
his exactly. Artwork still will live on. I mean, posters, hanging up in people's walls, and
yeah.
So
yeah, I bet you a lot of people are gonna seek this poster out for their collections now, right? So yeah.
He summarized everything in just in one image. Just epic.
Yeah,
amazing artwork. Amazing artist, and rest in peace, Greg. Yep.
Yeah, Surfer Dude says rest in peace. Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace, Greg. Absolutely. Thanks, Surfer Dude, for hopping in the chat.
Yes, sir. Well, let's see. My following story for this evening. Talking about Jude Law not wanting to drop the ball. So yeah, some dirt thrown at the acolyte, but but it's still an interesting story. So I'm just gonna kind of paraphrase some of this stuff. He said, "I didn't want to go. I wanted to be that guy to drop the ball on Star Wars." Jude Law spoke about his decision to join the epic space opera franchise. However, in the interview, Jude Law admits of being a fan of the original 1977 film. As a result, the actor says, I wanted to get it right. I didn't want to be the guy who drops the ball on Star Wars. Law made the above statement regarding his lengthy conversation with co-creator John Watts before accepting the role. The actor also explained that he took his time to develop an understanding of and the story of Watts' vision, as he did not want to dive in without preparation. Law also had a say on several aspects of his character's appearance and rejected the idea of wearing a wig. So I was telling you a little earlier about a very interesting point on his character here. So he says, now this is interesting. Instead of the actor suggesting a short-haired look for his character, he wanted the short-haired look for his character was mostly behind because he was mostly behind a mask. Now,
interesting,
very interesting, for the fact that in none of the trailers we saw John on the Wood with the mask on. Now, I'm not sure if they're saying about that the wrapping that he has around his head, but that in my mind that doesn't say mask. That's not a mask, like a headdress or something like that. So I just thought that was very interesting to point out. He says that, and he suggested that the short hair. The actor suggested a short hair since his character was mostly behind a mask. That's
interesting.
I'm not sure if he was meaning to say that, or he was talking about the headpiece or the wrap around his head. But
because he does have like the hood up here and this image here.
Yeah, but that's not a mask if you ask me.
No, so I wouldn't consider that a mask.
Who wears mask? Who wears mask in Star Wars?
Yeah,
the Sith are the ones that generally wear the mask. So I'm just speculating here. It's just putting it out there. So this might be a clue, but we've never seen him in any of the trailers under a mask. So, anyways, she also added that if you look carefully, we got some Star Wars tech that dates back to, he says, I believe, to the original film. He said there's a lot of Easter Easter eggs, a lot of throwbacks of the tech that they use was in the original trilogies, which is kind of interesting too, which is pretty cool. And for him to actually, get his hands on some of this stuff, it's pretty cool. Him as being a Star Wars fan from the original 1977 film, and him actually interacting with some of this tech is awesome. He also added that the Easter eggs were part of the joy of dabbling into the galaxy far, far away, and made the overall experience more enjoyable for him. So, so in this whole story, what punches me in the face or shouts out or kind of shouts at me is the fact that where he says that he didn't want to wear a wig, for the fact that wanted his character to have short hair because he's wearing
because of his mask. Yeah, like, oh man. But more speculation now, right?
Dude, I'm like, I just thought that was really interesting. It just kind of it's like
we saw him in one of the previous articles in the image where he's reading the Sith text, and now he Jude Law himself is saying he has a short hair look because he's behind a mask.
Yep.
Right. So
I mean,
is he a Sith?
What's going on here?
Yeah, like he's not a trusting guy. He's not a very this Jod Nawood, if that's even his name. He doesn't seem like he's going to be a very trustworthy guy.
So like everything's pointing out to the fact that this guy is not who he says he is. He's got bad attention. So
right.
I mean, this is kind of like. Look, the whole thing was it's a good read. You want to read it? It'll be down there in the link below.
Down in the description.
Not like something we're saying. It's right there.
Okay. After we're done our articles, I kind of want to let's go through the trailer. We'll keep the sound off just so we don't get hit with a copyright. But
see if we got somebody
let's go through it.
Lurking in the background with a mask.
Yeah. See if we can see anyone in the background with a mask. Exactly. Like. I wonder if they placed his character with a mask in there somewhere, and we just didn't see it. Right?
Yep. So it's interesting.
Crazy.
Interesting read.
Right? Yeah. Behind a mask. Yeah, because like you said, like we do see him like with the hood up and like the headdress or whatever you want to call it. Covering his mouth, but like that's not a mask.
That's not a mask.
When you say a mask, I think like a I don't know, not even like a Kylo Ren helmet, but like something that's covering his face. Yeah, right. So we're gonna have to look.
Now you could say the trailer after. A cloak would be like what he said, but if that's what he's referring to, but that's definitely not what he's.
Yeah, he said a mask. Yeah. But kind of a nice segue into my next article, talking like he doesn't want to drop the ball for the Acolyte. So this report comes. This article was on StarWarsNewsNet.com about Disney Plus. It's not specifically for Star Wars, but they're doing like a top 10 like list, a tier list, similar to what Netflix is doing. With theirs, where they have like a top 10 whatever movies, top 10 series, whatever, just to get more exposure to some of the lower viewed shows, which could mean more engagement, more people ending up watching The Acolyte who haven't seen it yet. Disney recently announced that it will implement a new top 10 feature on Disney Plus, according to the Hollywood Reporter, similar to those already in place on the competing streaming giants such as Netflix, Max, and I think Amazon Prime has one as well. So not only will this list highlight popular movies and TV shows on the app, but it will be customized to each account and will be generated based on total views at that episode and movie level, as well as trending popularity. So while this isn't huge news, it could offer potentially notable rises in engagement for certain shows or movies, including Star Wars. For example, while Andor didn't stun with viewership, its popularity with critics combined with the above average viewed episodes could mean that it would be included on lists of subscribers who have not watched the show, potentially opening up new avenues for viewers who before would not have sought out a Star Wars show. It may also have helped The Acolyte slightly. So another show that has suffered from low viewership in relation to its budget. So could we see better viewership on some of these lower viewed shows? Who knows? But it could be a potentially be a good thing for stuff like they said Acolyte and Andor that didn't get the viewership like Mando season 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it'll convince Lucasfilm to maybe make a continued season or another like a spin-off show of The Acolyte, which I know people do want, like a Plagueis show. Even The Stranger would be a great one to do. Like, let's see his story continued, right? So if people end up watching The Acolyte and Andor and stuff, like, views go up, Lucasfilm's going to be like, yeah, let's make some more content about these characters. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm wondering if that's going to be straight whenever you connect to Disney Plus. It'll just populate like the top, like
I mean, I would imagine so, similar to like Netflix, right? So
yeah, top 10 movies, top 10 shows, top 10 animation, something like that.
Yeah.
Or would you have to go, like, for example, when you click into the Star Wars section, then it'll populate what, so that's a lot of speculation. But I think it would be very smart if they were to do that on the main page. Yeah. Because not everybody who has Disney Plus watches the Star Wars. I mean, that's what I got it for. But I mean, somebody else.
Yeah, not everyone does, right?
Yeah. So maybe that'll bring more eyes into it if they put it onto the main page, and they'll throw in a Star Wars in there, or Pixar, or just like spread it out different genres.
Yeah, no, it could be good. Could be a good thing.
No, I mean, for me, I just click directly into the Star Wars. But like my niece, she'll watch like Pixar's and some of the other shows and like movies and things like that. But probably get more people to watch more stuff, because obviously when you get in it for Star Wars, you're just going straight to the Star Wars section or to MCU. But it'll bring other people's attention to it if they did put it on the main page, which would be a smarter thing to do.
Yeah. Well, it should be good. Should be good for Star Wars if they do it. So.
Yep, for sure. So everybody else is doing it. I mean, like Amazon's got it.
Netflix got it. Yeah, HBO Max. Yeah.
Okay, so on to my last story for today. Skeleton Crew showrunner talks about, now this is a big long story. I mean, I just simple it down to a few paragraphs, but if you guys want to see read the full thing, it's pretty cool. So Skeleton Crew showrunner talks about Jude Law, the child protagonist, and Amblin Tone. It seems that Jude Law was always going to be casted as John Wood if he wanted to. So Ford said that he didn't even need to meet with the actor before offering him the role. John Watts also gave an introduction to the children protagonist. He says Wim is a total star-eyed dreamer who just rushes into any situation before he thinks about it for 1 second. Fern, the girl seen talking to Wim at school, has a lot in common with Leia Organa, which is pretty cool. KB is Fern's best friend, and Neil was originally intended to be the shy one of the group, but now he turned out to be more of the comic relief. Watt says what's great also is that you don't need to know anything about Star Wars or any of the past history of Star Wars before watch this show and to enjoy it. He says Ford says, yeah, I just wanted people to be excited and to have fun. So and they said there's a lot of Easter eggs in there for people who are into Star Wars, and also like for people just to enjoy who are just newcomers to Star Wars, which is pretty cool.
Which is great. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to like watching the series and being like, oh, okay, I recognize that. Oh, that's a cool Easter egg for this. Like watching Ahsoka was like that too, right? Because like
yeah, exactly.
You got Easter eggs for like Rebels. You got Easter eggs for Clone Wars. Different
Luke's
characters
training,
popped up.
droid, all
right.
this cool stuff, man.
So it should be cool to watch this series with that same eagerness, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so excited for the show.
And Andor season 1 also in the got the guys. Well, anyway, in that antiquities dealership. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. I was like, oh,
crap. Now, so question for you, like, is it just me or does his outfit kind of look like Biggs Darklighter, like in the cutscene where he's wearing like the white jacket, the blue shirt with the cape, and he's wearing the brown pants? Like it's same color.
Yeah.
Right. That must have been on purpose.
Throwback
had to be on purpose.
Yeah, throwback to the OT.
Yeah. Right.
Yep. On the deleted scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Good catch. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. That's very cool. All right, so let's take a look at this trailer again. I'm gonna mute it just so we don't get any copyright demonetized. So we don't get taken down. Let's not get taken down.
There you go. The video. Right? Yeah, they'll swiftly come and take this out.
But let's take a look and see if we see any masked characters. We're looking for a masked jawed Nawood somewhere. Probably in like the spaceport or whatever scene, possibly. Right?
That's cute.
Yeah. I'm excited for the show.
Nice. Yeah, Dad. Her Star Trek.
Yeah, so here's the scene. So here's Hondo's ship right there.
Oh,
it's like a blink and you'll miss it. Yeah,
that's a keen eye.
It's in there for a second. Yeah. I didn't see it, but I was watching. Like I said, I was watching Mike over at a guy who loves Star Wars. His video, he brought it up in his video, and it's the same ship that Hondo has during the Smuggler's Run ride at Galaxy's Edge. It's the same ship. So that's pretty crazy. So that's another thing that's like, okay, Hondo's showing up, right? But let's see if we see any masked characters here. And then I don't know about you, like this character that's talking to the kids, it kind of sounded like Mo Seslak from The Simpsons. So I wonder if it's like Hank Azaria.
Probably, dude. He can.
Yeah,
he can do so many different voices. Old Republic credit.
I mean, that's an alien, right? That's an alien right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they cut it together like very, like they're cutting together a few different scenes to make it look like he's helping them out, but I don't think he is.
Or he's helping them out just to gain their trust,
right?
He says he's wearing it for most of the show. So I mean,
there's a masked character right here on the left-hand side.
What? You don't see his face,
right? The droid looks cool. The droid looks very cool.
SM-33.
SM-33, yeah.
You thinking of Galaxy Far, Far Away? You don't have to wear glasses.
Yeah.
Like, dude's wearing glasses. All right. Oh wow, love it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't see. I didn't really see any masked characters. No, so
besides
they must be keeping it.
Besides the character that was with the pirates,
right. So I don't see anything. But yeah, for those of you in the chat or watching on the replay, let us know what you think. Like, I don't know. Obviously, this Jod Norwood is a sketchy dude. Like like we mentioned in previous articles and like a few weeks ago, he's using different aliases in this series. It looks like he's helping the kids, but I don't think he is. And now, like, what he Jude Law himself has said that he has a short haircut because of wearing a mask. Like, why is he wearing a mask? And apparently he can read Sith language, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on?
Talk about Easter eggs, but they're dropping,
right?
Dropping.
Yeah, so much speculation for this show, which is awesome. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah. So exciting. Like, less than a month away now. What, like 28 days ish? 27 days?
Yep.
Very cool. I'm excited about it. Eric, you're excited about it?
I'm excited.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments on the replay. Let us know if you're excited for Skeleton Crew, and let us know your thoughts on all the articles we mentioned today. Again, articles are down below if you want to read those for yourself and check out the full articles and stuff. But that'll wrap things up. Yeah, that'll wrap things up for this episode of Rebel Rewind.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone, for hopping in the chat and joining us this evening, and we'll see everyone in the next episode.